that. We'll give it a moment for people to start showing up. We'll have it on the large screen, just me for a moment. We're gonna keep this a nice simple day, but I'm gonna go claim all my stuff from my other video, my mobile game I play. While we wait. Totally could have planned a topic yesterday with Daniel and Adam, but I did not. Okay, let's see. Okay, and we are waiting. Today be a short day, so we can just go get tea. And we'll see if anyone shows up. Should probably start recording some other videos, but here we are. Morning, Vince. How are you doing this fine Sunday morning, bright and early? Okay, let's go ahead and switch to the... Let's just randomly start building some recipes. Hey Vince, what beer recipe should I build today? Actually, while I wait for you to do that, let me just figure out what... I think we said Maris Otter. We said Munich. Said Munich. Give me one moment, I'm gonna go check my phone real quick. Dark crystal and fairlight, got it. Hey, KO. Long time no see, buddy. What do you mean, MJ? Vince? And yeah, KO, today we're just doing a nice, simple, what is an oyster stout? That is a great question. So, I can barely spell. So technically, I think an oyster stout falls under sweet stout. And it's typically brewed with oyster shells to actually help clarify the beer. So the lobster beers that Genus had done years ago would technically, I think, fall under the oyster. Some of them may fall under oyster stout category. They're all gruits. But yeah, some of them may fall under the oyster stout category. Yeah, sweet stouts typically are not as heavily roasted, but also have coffee and kind of cream flavors. A lot of sweet stouts are back sweetened with uh, lactose. Um, uh, yeah. So you really want that. It can be heavy adjuncts, so marzens and stuff and everything. So very low. But what is an oyster stout? Is typically brewed with oyster shells. It naturally helps clarify and also has a little bit of that almost brininess to it. No light in oyster stout at one point in time. I don't believe they still do, but they did do an oyster stout at one point in time. Oh, we're going for 13 pounds. We're going to go 4 pounds Munich. That's way too much. 3 pounds Munich. That's closer, yep. And then 0.25. Yeah, no, that's part of why I do these live streams is to impart knowledge, to research and double check myself, to build recipes. We can definitely do an oyster stout recipe build at some point in time, but real quickly, what I was just doing was trying to figure out the baseline ingredients for a beer that me, Adam, and Adam Chumley and Daniel Weber, um, Daniel, built yesterday while we were brewery hopping, since both of them came over to visit Spokane. So to give a little recap on that, we ended up hitting Whistlepunk downtown, Humble Abode downtown, and Brick West on Friday. And after we were done with Whistlepunk, Adam's comment was, he goes, my biggest mistake and regret was I did a mix pack instead of just buying 4 packs of everything I wanted. Um, so that is excellent news there. Then yesterday, we met up for some tea to begin with. And then we went to Iron Goat, Yaya Brewing Company, I'm gonna get a picture and I'll post it in the Genus Discord of me, Adam, and Dan. You'll at Genus, where we ran into Tim. Tim is working as a brewing and bartending at Genus as well as Natural 20. He just brews at Natural 20, but he so we got some Tim rants there, so that was great. Then we went to No Drought, where we ran into my friend Amanda, and we tasted the Scotch ale that she was starting to make. I'll bump that to 120. Where we built this base Scotch ale recipe. Partially, I like buying recipes. I'm going to have to go through and upload them all into an actual recipe tool so I can just start brewing beer again. And then we went to the soft opening of Whistlepunk Valley. The Valley Whistlepunk location, which is also going to be their actual like brewery. They're moving breweries and stuff. So that was great. And then we went to Black Label Brewing, Natural 20, Four Eye Guys, and oh my god, okay. And Bellwether. And we are switching gears because KO has an important mission. Since KO a couple years ago, so I went to college in Bellingham. And a couple years ago, me and Vince and his wife all took a trip up there. I ended up hitting up 14 breweries in 3 days between Seattle and Bellingham. I'm going to point out right now. No, Bellingham is one of my favorite beer cities. Wait, are you going for April Brews Day? Is that why you're going to Bellingham? Is for April Brews Day, buddy? So, first and foremost, Boundary Bay. Yeah, no, April Brews Day, we'll pull up a second screen here, is one of my favorite beer events. If I was drinking, I would have actually considered going up there. It's a fundraiser event. It is... I don't know when it is this year. So it is April 27th. So yeah, you're going to miss it. But it's a big beer festival, so... but first and foremost, Boundary Bay is considered the classic Bellingham brewery. It is one of the oldest Bellingham breweries. And stuff, and they also have a great lunch, great food there. Asland is one of the bigger ones. I really like Twin Sisters, which both me and Vince really enjoyed. Wanderer is also great. Structures is just a nice little fun one. Then Other Lands Brewing is absolutely a kind of a must go to in my opinion. Great kind of farmhousey ales. We hit Stemma and Kolschen, which are both kind of fun. But honestly, if you can actually go like Gruff, Boundary Bay, Asland, Structures. Structures has 2 locations now. So is Aslan. Bellingham Cider Company is a good one. This one's new. This one's newer since I've been there. So yeah, then there's these. I did not make it to... No, we did make it to Menace. So yeah. Menace is also good. I didn't make it to Fairhaven. And then, of course, if you're going up and down the coast, you got to go... if you're driving up the way, you got to go down. You got to go to Chuckanut at the South Nut location in just outside Mount Vernon, Burlington. Because Chuckanut is some of the best beer in Washington, if not the best beer in Washington. Whistlepunk's getting close now. And we'll see if their new brew facility can actually help them kind of crest over and become the best brewery in Washington. I will, and I will fight about that. But yeah. So those are my brewery recommendations: is Boundary Bay, Aslan, Wanderer, Twin Sisters, and Other Lands are kind of the 5 big ones. Now, Vince will tell you that the chicken and waffles that we had at Bellingham Cider Company were some of the best chicken and waffles he's ever had. So, yeah, you just happened to ask about the other city. I happen to know way too much about the beer culture and or the brewery scene. Also, I will put it out there that in August, it's Labor Day. September. So September 1st, in Spokane, we host Among the Pines, which is one of my favorite beer events. I do recommend people do come over, check it out. So yeah, come harass me, and we'll maybe do a brewery hop, maybe not as intense as I did with Adam and Daniel this trip because I wasn't drinking. And then go to April Brews Day, or not Among the Pines. So yeah. Oh yeah, dude, we hit 11 breweries in 2 days, which I think is a little intense. And I have not heard from Adam. I'm hoping that he is perfectly okay. Maybe Daniel is a little bit on the sluggish side this morning himself. If Peter wasn't working, we would have actually been having this live stream at Genus with the 4 of us. And probably and probably at least one, if not 2 of them, on the bit of the hungover side. Okay. We'll throw in Omega's Scottish Ale. This is a big beer. But I think this is about right. So yeah, this is a beer that me, Adam, and Daniel built yesterday. Well, actually, we're gonna go on the Nugget, and we'll do a quick 45-minute. Oof. Now we're gonna go half an ounce. There we go. And then what's a good spicy hop? No, don't do that. Shop hops. We're gonna go spicy. Oh, actually, there it is. Chinook. I forgot about Chinook. Yeah, Chinook is gonna be. Actually, maybe not. We want spicy and sweet fruit. Oh, Hercules. Yeah, I think actually Hercules. We'll add a 0.5. Herc. Dogs are chasing cats. Yeah, I think that this is the Amanda's beer recipe. We'll grab the snip tool. Oh, who texted? Oh, that's probably Adam. One moment. Okay. Okay, I am back. But yep, nope. Here's Amanda's recipe. I will save this somewhere. Sorry. It was a long day yesterday. So, a little on the sluggish side. Okay. So yeah, we got that. Vince, did you want to? Nah, I don't actually. I've built so many stout recipes recently. I don't really feel like building a stout recipe. Sorry, Vince. But yeah, we are also doing for this stout 120-minute boil. Hey, long time no see, buddy. And yeah, good morning indeed. I also did not sleep well last night, so that's why I'm a bit sluggish. Um, but yeah, we're doing a 120-minute boil because this is a Scottish ale, and we do want that good Maillard reaction. And nothing wrong being a little bit late. And stuff. So Amanda says, Scotch, we are 16.75 pounds of grain. It's a little bit higher than what I was originally looking for ABV, so I might actually bump the grain down just a tad. We're kind of getting into Scottish wee heavy now. But the IBUs is about where we wanted them. Color's a little on the light side, but that's okay. Because Scottish ales are really weird on their color ranges, as we discovered yesterday. But yeah, mostly Maris Otter. Some Munich for some complexity there. We're going to go with extra dark crystal, as well as some Cara Rye to add a little bit of spiciness. We're doing Nugget for a bit of bittering, but not much. And a little bit of that good nuggety flavor. And then I decided for the kind of last little hop to add a little bit of brightness, we're gonna go with Hercules. This is a malt bomb. This beer is designed to be kind of a raisiny malt bomb. I might throw in a little bit of Special B. Yeah, Adam. Yep, we're talking about the Scottish ale that we built yesterday. I decided to actually throw it into a brew app and figure out what the actual grain percentages are, since we of course could not do that. Actually, if we bump this down to 2, there we go. Yep. Actually, sorry. So Munich's 2 pounds, because that'll get us. I forgot that we actually had this at 80. We're not going for a 13%er. You had enough 13%ers yesterday. Actually, you didn't. You had mostly 10s. You had a bunch of 10s and 8s. Um, but yeah. Uh, so this actually brings it back down into the more appropriate. We are aiming for 7.5. I'll go up to 8. I'll go up to just under 8 percent. There. Go get some biscuits and gravy. The place opens in that I recommended in 10 minutes or in a minute. And Daniel is awake. I know Daniel's awake because he has also been messaging me this morning. So yeah, so we got 13 pounds of Maris Otter, 2 pounds of Munich, a half pound of dark crystal, which I could. I wonder what the special B looks like there. Oh, you guys are already on the road. Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure having both of you. I might actually, instead of dark crystal, I might do the special B, half a pound of special B to get some of that raisin notes that we were talking about, that raisin pruny. And yeah, thank you both Adam and Daniel for coming and having a great day and a half or day and a bit yesterday. Absolutely a total blast, and I am exhausted. I am looking forward to just going to do tea for a while. I might swing by Whistlepunk's Valley location again just to make sure that they have the business, even though I'm positive they're going to have the business. I do need to swing by Perry Street to get Pilsner. So that way I have options for my homebrew meeting Thursday. So, but yeah. Garden Path. That was the one I was forgetting. KO, if you're still listening, and I will message you this. So Garden Path technically is not Bellingham, but yes. Colshan's also good. Adam, I recommend Otherland. Yeah, so Chuckanut. So there's Chuckanut. There's Garden Path. Nope, it's only saying down here. They may have. Let's go to their website. But I recommended Otherlands and Twin Sisters, and of course, also Boundary Bay because it's Boundary Bay. Nice. We're double checking same for you. Okay. Oh. So yeah, Garden Path Fermentation has a bottle shop as well up in and tasting room up in Bellingham, the Great Northern Bottle Shop and Lounge. So thank you, Adam, for reminding me of that. Delete that. I'll re-snip the beer recipe. So that way I can save this properly. But yeah. So yeah. So yeah, my friend Amanda made a Scotch Ale. It wasn't as raisiny and kind of malty. she wanted a nice heavy malty backboner. And so yeah, we built this recipe while we're hanging out in No Drought, enjoying some beers. I was enjoying kombucha, and yeah, this is Amanda's Scottish Ale that I'll rename at some point in time. I am slowly working on building beers for for a good chunk of my friends. Vince's is the tropical stout recipe that I have that I need to brew, because I do have that. I need to brew that. Yeah. So, and then I do need to build a really good IPA recipe for my buddy Kevin, who Adam and Daniel had the pleasure of meeting and hanging out with yesterday. I am sad that we did not get an appearance by Jimmy or my buddy and / homebrew closet president Hayden, but hey, life happens. So yeah. Any general questions while I'm on this chat? Uh, I believe so. A longer boil time is um uh Guillaume, um a longer boil time is a must for the this style, because you really want that Maillard reaction. Um, you want that complexity of flavor, since you are going with a lot of malt, and you don't want it. And the problem when you're going with like kind of a big malty beer is you can get like that overly sweetness. So I do actually agree with Adam and Daniel that I would say a minimum of 90 minutes. I'm going to 2 hour boil time. Because I really do want that good Maillard reactions. And yes, if you guys can find the old genus bingo cards, Maillard reaction is is one of the categories. So there. Now jumping back to what Adam said, I also so I do agree. Kolschin has some killer light lagers. Wanderer has some good IPAs and stuff. Stemma, just again, solid beer. I haven't had too much Garden Path. I have heard. Other Lands was amazing farmhouse beers. Like they had really good farmhouse beers. Um, and yes, Adam did manage to get Tim on 3 Tim rants yesterday. So, at some point in time, I do hope to get Tim as a side by side to build for one of my live streams. Um, uh, Actually, I know the perfect topic for that. I'm just gonna make sure me and Tim will just have to sit down and pre-plan it. So I might swing by Genus today as well to talk to him, verify that. But I'm going to call it uh, beer misconceptions with per Tim's rants. Or something along those lines. So we'll get that figured out at some point in time, as well as build a recipe live, because I do think that me building recipes live is a very huge aspect of my live streams here. So yeah, here, so we're good there. What? So we'll take a couple quick questions, but before I do, okay. So next week, what is the beer style that we are talking about? What am I building a recipe for? What type of beer am I building a recipe for? So that way I can actually hopefully plan and get a recipe to compare against what I'm building here. So someone suggest what's my topic or beer style, or what are we building a recipe around next week? I'm again honestly surprised. Marzen, yes. Well, there we go. Yep, we're talking about Marzen next week. I will make a personal note, but we are talking about Marzen next week. I will actually have a couple different recipes, which also tells me I need to brew a Marzen. Oh, I have so much beer I need to brew. I have like several. Yeah. I need to get some. I need to get brewing again. And what I will also, I need to make a post on the group Facebook. But yeah, we will talk, or my homebrew club's Facebook. So yeah, we'll talk about Marzens. I know you guys wait too long to talk about it, but we normally talk about it. But we'll actually talk about it and build a recipe so that way people can hopefully brew it per German legal laws. And I will build both a traditional Marzen recipe and a non-traditional Marzen recipe. And then I will, yeah. So, and I may do a quick lager Marzen. Yes, per German legal laws. So, yeah, Marzen is on the topic next week. I'll just make a note here. So, which will be a lot of fun. Marzens are actually one of my favorite beers styles. Like I am so my top two styles are probably pilsners and kolsches, followed by stouts and then Marzens. So yeah. And then at some point in time, I will sit down. And then in 2 weeks we'll do a Q&A, just a general Q&A session, just so people are aware. So if you have any questions, please send them to me via Instagram or the Genus Discord. If you're on the Genus Discord, because I don't have any new people, or leave them in the comments below. And then we will go over that. But since it's kind of one of those days, I'm going to kind of wrap up a little bit, and then I will be heading down to get tea and do some writing and just kind of de-wine and relax from the weekend. Adam, again, pleasure. I am both looking forward to and terrified of when I come visit Seattle, since I am sure that you and Daniel are going to absolutely destroy me, especially since I haven't been drinking for so long. But yeah, we will go ahead and wrap up everything. I do want to again thank you so much, and you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.